Hey guys, it's Joe. Happy Thursday. It's time for Pikket with Joe. It's Thursday, January 5th already. The month is already flying by. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who's already joined us here today. Shout out to Jordan and Courtney here. Courtney, a reach out for sure. Let's set things up. You guys, we have 10 games on the ice today to go over. We were able to get that win with the Minnesota Wild yesterday. The Devils end up pulling it out over the Red Wings in that game. That was a big win for them. The Devils, Jack Hughes got another goal. I tell you, just ride Jack Hughes for that anytime goal until he stops producing us money there. And the last game of the night, I really should have trusted my gut instinct with the Dallas Stars. They did not come to play that game versus Arizona Coyotes. You can say whatever you want about the Rouse, but the Coyotes definitely controlled that game. So it was interesting to see. We've got, like I said, 10 games on the ice today. Sorry, that wasn't the Coyotes. That was the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks winning that 2-0 over the Dallas Stars. I don't care what people say about the refs. The Stars last night, they had been partying with their dads. I think that is exactly what happened to that team. You're already feeling like the Flyers are going to screw you tonight. Okay, I think the Flyers might screw you tonight, Joseph, and I hope I'm wrong. So we haven't seen if Carter Hart is confirmed yet. He's expected in goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers rolling in here at -150. We have the Arizona Coyotes at +125. Now, the total sitting solid at 6. My concern with the Philadelphia Flyers in this matchup today is the fact they're returning home off of this long road trip. Now, they have won their last 3 games, but they struggle off of a road trip. So I would be cautioned with the Philadelphia Flyers. For myself, it's the Coyotes with the plus money or no one in this matchup, especially without knowing if Carter Hart is confirmed yet at the moment. If Carter Hart's confirmed, I would feel a lot more confident in your bet with the Philadelphia Flyers today. They're 1-5 in their last 5 home games following a road trip of 7 days or more, which is a situation that they're in this one. And at -150, I just can't get there behind the Flyers. Yes, they've won their last 4. Yes, they're coming in rested in this one. They've had a couple of days at home. They're 4-0 in their last 4 games off of 2 days rest. So it is a situation where I think I wouldn't be shocked if the Flyers win, but I just can't get there at -150. They're coming in at -110. I definitely could get on them. Now, I do lean on the over in this one, the total sitting solid at 6 only if it's not Carter Hart. So this is one, wait closer to puck drop, see the confirmations in here because Carter Hart can be a difference. And Sean, I agree with you. It's probably a day for the Arizona Coyotes. These Coyotes love to play upset. They love to break winning streaks of these teams. I think this is a prime opportunity for them to get a win here. Vejmelka expected in goal for them. And we know he's been really strong in a lot of situations. He's got a 3.23 goals against average. Both of these teams really not getting a ton of points on the board, but I do think with the struggles on the defense that this one could go over that total. We've seen the over 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. So it's going to be an interesting one, you guys. We'll see what happens with this. But if I had to take a side, it would be the value on the Coyotes fading the Philadelphia Flyers off that road trip. Good afternoon, Matt. Glad you made it here today. Hope you had a great rest before the show here. Let's look at the next one on the board. Let me just pull it up here. The New York Rangers taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Now, the Rangers coming in as a favorite, like -200 favorites here, +184 for the Montreal Canadiens. And I know why. This Montreal Canadiens team has really let me down as of late. They've let you guys down as of late too. Not able to stop anything. Now, Jake Allen is still expected in goal for them. He has a 3.52 goals against average. We know Jake Allen in certain situations can have phenomenal games. Now, earlier today, it was looking like Igor was going to be in goal, but Halleck is now confirmed in goal. Halleck is kind of a difference maker in this game. Big step down from Igor Shesterkin here. He's got a 3.04 goals against average I'm worried about the New York Rangers today. I originally liked them on that puck line, but now with Halleck coming in, I had to look at why. And when we look at the schedule ahead of the New York Rangers here, they have the Devils on deck. Now, this isn't till Saturday. We are sitting here on Thursday, but the Devils are on deck. The Devils are sitting second in the Met. We know the Rangers are third in the Met. I think this could be a little bit of a look ahead situation. We know Montreal can take care of business in certain places. I think this is one where we can see Montreal keep it tight. I'm tired of losing money with Montreal, you guys. So I'm not sure if I can get to the window. They are also coming off a road trip, but I think the Rangers could get caught looking ahead in this one. I do think the Rangers probably win this. I'd probably take the Rangers in 60 if you want a safer bet, because I do think this is probably one where we're not going to go to overtime with the Montreal Canadiens. You could look at Montreal plus 1.5 on that puck line. You're getting that at minus 140. And let's just see what the Rangers are in 60. I probably would feel more confident with the New York Rangers in 60, even though they've got the Devils on deck. They're just such a better team. So taking the Rangers here in 60s minus 128. So we're paying less juice than we would if we take Montreal on the puck line. So I think that is the best way to take this game. I really do. They're such a better team. They're 7-2 in their last 9 games following a win. So they're able to string these wins together. They're also 6-2 in their last 8 road games, 10-3 in the last 13 meetings versus the Montreal Canadiens. And we've seen huge trends to the road team being able to pull off the wins, winning 6 of the last 7 for the road team. So give me the Rangers in regulation in that 60 minutes. But I wouldn't blame anyone for taking Montreal here, plus 1.5 at minus 140. You're just going to pay a little bit more juice. Okay, let's look at the next game on the board, you guys. We got 10 on the board today. It's a good day in hockey. We have the Nashville Predators taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. This is going to be a really good game. We have a total that has dropped from 6.5 down to 6. The Hurricanes, huge favorites here at minus 145, plus 198 if you have faith in the Predators. Now, I think this is one where the Predators can keep it tight. They've covered that puck line in their last 4 games as an underdog. Saros expected in goal. He's got a 2.76 goals against average, and Kochetkov expected here for the Canes. He's got a 2.08. Now, both of these teams have been solid in their own regards. We look at the Preds are really not getting the offensive firepower that I'd like to see out of them. While they're getting 31 shots on goal, they're only averaging that 2.72 goals per game. When we look at the Canes, this team is so dominant, especially on home ice. They're playing some excellent hockey. They're off a tough loss to the New York Rangers. Really hard to step in front of this team, but I do think this is one where they keep it tight. We look at the Predators versus the Metropolitan. They're 4-0 in their last 4 versus the Metropolitan, but they have struggled in Carolina. I think this is another one where if you're liking Carolina, I would take them in 60 minutes. I don't see them covering this puck line. They're only 6-10 at home on the puck line, so I'd be very cautious with that. If you want to take the Predators here, I'd take them plus 1.5. You're getting that at minus 130, because I do think this is a pretty tight game here in this one. Now, when I look at this total, why I do like the Predators plus 1.5 at minus 130 is I think this is a lower scoring game. I think you hit the under 6 in this one. The under is 6-2-1 in the last 9 meetings in Carolina. What we're seeing out of these defenses, and the Predators defense really needs to step up. They won that game versus Montreal 6-3. They allowed Montreal to get 3 goals. They cannot allow that in this game. The Canes, if the Predators defense does not step up, could make this one go over. It's total solely alone. But I do like Saros. I do like what we've been seeing out of him as of late. I'm going to rely on him to step up and have a nice big game, and for the defense of the Predators to come out to play today. So give me the under 6 in this. I hate taking these unders, you guys, not going to lie. It has been kind of scary, but I think this is a lower scoring one. So many good games on the board today, you guys. This one, the Seattle Kraken taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Oh, I'm so prone to taking these dogs plus 1.5 on the puck line today. Seems kind of like the theme of the day. Seattle Kraken coming in here at plus 180. Toronto minus 220. Total sitting solid at 6.5. Now, Martin Jones expected here for the Kraken. He's got a 2.92 goals against average. And Matt Murray expected for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's a 2.43. Both of these teams have been playing strong defensively. When we look at the Seattle Kraken in their last game versus the Edmonton Oilers, their problem going into that game and why I was riding Edmonton in that one, that shot me in the foot again. You guys, next time I say Edmonton, just shoot me, which might be today. So when I looked at that game, I watched that game, Edmonton versus the Kraken. The Kraken were so strong on the penalty kill, stronger than we've seen them play in so many games. It's like they absolutely knew that Edmonton would win that game if they couldn't slow them down on that penalty kill. So Kraken playing some better hockey defensively. I do think with how Toronto is playing, their defense is being phenomenal. It's locking teams down to 28.5 shots on goal per game. We will see another defensive game. The Kraken only allowing that 28.1. So you've got the fourth and fifth best teams overall in the league defensively on opponents' allowed shots on goal. So give me the under in a game that we know could go over this total so easily. Total sitting at 6.5, though at 6, I want to touch it. 6.5. I do like it under. Now, when we look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, if you like them, interesting way to look at them here is to look at them in that first period. Now they're coming off an overtime loss here. They have won the first period following overtime in their last 5. So taking them here on the puck line at minus 0.5 in the first period is plus 118. So you're getting value on Toronto in that first period. I can definitely see them taking that first period at home. I don't think the Kraken will give up in this game. And this is one thing we've seen with the Kraken. They dig really deep and they're able to come back in these games. So give me Toronto to get up at the start. Sorry, I started reading your guys' messages. Give me Toronto to come out hard to start this first period, win that first period on the puck line, minus 0.5 at plus 118. I love the value there. So all of my NBA plays are not on this show, but you can check them out at sobet.io. Use referral code referral code Joe. Links are below the YouTube video. Okay, so that's what I'm liking. I do think this is a lower or higher scoring one. Lower scoring one. I'm going to go the under 6.5. I think defenses step up in this one. Okay, let's look at the next game. The St. Louis Blues taking on the New Jersey Devils. You guys, why am I liking the dogs today? I absolutely love the dogs today. Last time I loved all the dogs. Did not work in my favor, but I'm really feeling it today. St. Louis Blues coming in here at plus 160, just screaming absolute value. Jordan Binnington expected in goal. He's got a 3.21 goals against average. This team is really stepping up on both sides of the puck. Their defense is still showing some struggles, but what we've seen of late, I do think offensively, this team can compete with the New Jersey Devils. Now, the Devils will be starting Blackwood, so this is a huge positive for the St. Louis Blues. They're going to be able to find the back of Blackwood's net. He's got a 3.05 goals against average. Now, the Devils, off that win to the Red Wings, they play so solid on the road. I didn't expect them to get that win last night, but they were able to. They're returning home now. They've lost their last 7 at home, and with Blackwood in goal, I just can't get behind the New Jersey Devils with how hot the Blues are playing. They covered the puck line in their last 5 games following an overtime game. If you take the Blues here, plus 1.5, you're getting no value at minus 170. I would sprinkle on the money line at plus 160. I do love it here. I'm going to look at the Blues team total in this one. We can get their team total over 2.5 at minus 128, and I think it screams value. The Blues have played so solid in New Jersey, winning 8 of the last 11 games in New Jersey. They're also 5-2 in their last 7 road games. Now, the Devils did play last night, and they're 1-4 in their last 5 following a win. They're 3-9 in their last 12 overall, and they're 7-19 in their last 26, playing on no rest. So I'm going to fade the Devils here on the back-to-back. I'm going to take the Blues. You could take them plus 1.5 in a parlay. I'm sprinkling on the money line. I'm going to take their team total over 2.5 at minus 128. I think this is a great opportunity for the Blues to get a nice win. Now, if you like the Devils tonight, I would be looking at Jack Hughes. Like I said at the start of this game, Jack Hughes is making us money. He's our star, even on a back-to-back. Jack Hughes is going to get a goal on Jordan Binnington here tonight. So give me Jack Hughes for that anytime goal. Or look at his shots on goal as well. Okay, next game on the board, we have the Washington Capitals taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. This one kicks off at 7 o'clock Eastern, with the Washington Capitals sitting here at minus 205, plus 168 for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Totals risen from 6 to 6.5. Now, my hugest problem with the Columbus Blue Jackets is Elvis is confirmed in the building. I cannot trust this goalie. He's got a 4.68 goals against average. We really did see him shine in certain situations last season, but we haven't seen it this season. And against the Washington Capitals that have been playing so strong, I just can't do anything but take the Washington Capitals in 60 minutes in this. Darcy Kuemper expected in goal for the Washington Capitals. He's got a 2.58 goals against average. The Capitals, just stronger on both sides of the puck, averaging 3.28 goals per game and 31.6 shots on goal. Sorry, I blanked for a second there. Now they're allowing 2.78 goals per game and 30.6 shots on goal. But I think the Columbus Blue Jackets will really struggle to find the back of Kemper's net here. This team is allowing the most shots on goal of any team defensively, allowing that 35.3 and 3.92 goals per game. We know how strong Ovechkin's been. What did he get? 2 goals in the last. He's just another money maker. So take him to make you some more money. The Capitals also so strong on the road. They've won their last 6 road games. They're also 5-1 in their last 6 games versus teams with losing records. So they're not playing down at all. They are just rolling hot. They're coming in on 1 day's rest. Really strong in this situation as well, winning 8 of their last 10 on 1 day's rest. And when we look at the Columbus Blue Jackets on that 1 day's rest that they're also on, doesn't work in their favor. They've only won 1 of the last 5 playing on that rest. They have covered the puck line at home in their last 4 games. So that's why I don't like the Capitals here on that puck line. Minus 1.5. You will get plus money if you like it. They're 12-8 at home on the road on that puck line. So there is some value. I think I'll just take them in 60 at minus 130. I think it's just a safer way to go. What is the shirt? I don't know. It's just a crazy shirt, you guys. It's like a weird heart, like kind of thing. So lazy day shirt. Yeah, just lazy day. It's good to see you guys all here. I appreciate you as well. Brett Burns over 2.5 shots on goal at minus 130. Jay, I definitely would get there. We know these shots are going to come in for Carolina. The Penguins do allow these shots to come in. So I would get there. The Predators are allowing, 33.3 shots on goal. So taking anyone for Carolina to get over their shots on goal, I do like it. Even if the Predators are able to pull out a win somehow in this one, you will see these shots coming in. I would be very cautious at taking the Predators' shots on goal tonight with Carolina's ability defensively to stop opponent shots on goal. They're holding opponents to 26.4. Okay. The next game on the board, you guys, we have the New York Islanders taking on Edmonton. Now, we can't really trust Edmonton on home ice. They've lost their last 6 as a favorite. I can't trust them at all. They've lost the last 2. I expect them to get the win again. Every time I expect this team to win, it's kicking me in the butt. Lots of people have the theory that they must win tonight, but this Islanders team, if you're looking for value, Islanders scream value here. This line is really wonky. Sorokin expected in goal for the Islanders. He's got a 2.29. Now the Islanders are plus 136 dogs here in this one. We got Edmonton minus 164. Edmonton has to win this, but now Jack Campbell's confirmed. Earlier this morning, it was looking like Skinner. Jack Campbell, the weaker of the 2 goalies for these teams. Now, the Islanders won this back in November 3-0. I just can't trust the Edmonton Oilers, but can we trust the New York Islanders on the road? They've also struggled versus Edmonton. They're 1-9 in their last 10 versus the Edmonton Oilers. I have to tell you, if Edmonton hadn't burnt me so bad, I would be looking at Edmonton, but I'm looking at who's playing better hockey as of late. I trust the Islanders a lot more. Now they're strong on that puck line, but there's going to be no value grabbing them +1.5. They're 13-8 on that puck line. Oilers just struggling to win at home, and I don't know if they get this monkey off their back. I think they're got to get out on the road. They're just struggling way too much here. Now, another way to look at this is to look at this total sitting solid at 6. These teams trend to that under. I struggle to take the under here with Jack Campbell. I can't see it staying under that number of 6 unless the Islanders come in here and completely shut out the Edmonton Oilers. So you guys, this game is a stay off for me. I really don't love it. I would have to take the value with the Islanders, even though I really do feel like Edmonton needs to break their streak. I don't see them breaking it. I think they have to get out on the road before they do. You like the Oilers because Campbell will be in net. It's why I don't like the Oilers here. If Skinner was in goal, I would like them. I really had more faith in Jack Campbell coming into this season. I just don't like him right now with what we're seeing out of him. Edmonton, yeah, we got Edmonton playing. So, and to everyone who was offended by my latest TikTok, my TikToks are jokes, you guys. I made fun of Edmonton Oiler fans, and I got a lot of guys upset with me over it. So, Ducks are quacking again. Ducks are pretty good at quacking lately. We'll talk about that game shortly here. Yeah, Jay, these teams trend to that under when they play, especially in Edmonton. But overall, in the last 23 meetings, 16 of those have gone under the total with one push there. I do think this probably goes over. The last time these two teams played, unless we get a very similar game, the Islanders won in November 3-0. You know, I had that over with Edmonton versus the Kraken. It looked like it finally went over, but they made us sweat that one to the very end. So I don't know. I'm cautious with this game completely. The underdog has also won each of the Oilers' last 9 games. Signs are pointing to the Islanders. Islanders have struggled on the road. Edmonton desperately needs a home win. I can't bet them. I'd have to take the Islanders if I took anything, and I can't touch this total because I could see this one being another shutout for the Islanders if Edmonton plays poorly. The next game on the board, though, we have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Vancouver Canucks. Now, this is at 10 o'clock Eastern. We have Colorado coming in here at -166, +136 for the Vancouver Canucks. Got total 6.5. Right away, this one to me screams over 6.5. I think we have a higher scoring game. Getting on a side with this one, I don't absolutely love. Colorado has lost their last 4 games. They lost that last one to Vegas 3-2. We look at the Vancouver Canucks. They won this matchup back in November 4-3. It was a tight fought battle, and I think we have another one of those. But when we look at the Vancouver Canucks, 2-5 in their last 7 versus teams with winning records, I do think we'll see some more struggles with them here. Now, Dahlia is confirmed in goal for the Vancouver Canucks. He's got a 2.58 goals against average, and Georgiev expected here for the Colorado Avalanche. He's got a 2.68. I think we're going to just see these goals come in. We know Vancouver has a terrible penalty kill. They spend some time in that box. I think the Avs can capitalize on that. It's just when we look at the Avalanche versus the Vancouver Canucks, they haven't played well, you guys, and I don't understand this. This is one of those matchups where Vancouver has not been the dominant team in the standings, but the Avs just have struggled against them. So they've also failed to cover the puck line in their last 7. So -166, I really can't get behind them on the money line. It's too juiced. You could get behind them in 60 if you like, but I think the best way to take it over 6.5. Okay, the next game on the board, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, Casey DeSmith Expected here for the Pittsburgh Penguins, they're coming in here at plus 106. The Vegas Golden Knights have confirmed Hill will be in goal. I was thinking earlier Logan Thompson, but now Hill is confirmed. He's got a 2.78 goals against average. Vegas sitting here minus 120 to minus 130 favorites in this matchup. Now, again, remember, shop those lines over at Betstamp. Use referral code Madden. Always get the best value, guys. Huge difference between minus 120 and minus 130. Now, this total sitting solid at 6. It's going to be an interesting game. But what I'm looking at here, this line just does not make sense. The Pittsburgh Penguins are coming in here. They've lost their last 5 games. Vegas has won their last 2. Jack Eichel has come back for tonight. They've also got back Paul Cotter. And he's their center. I believe he's going to be back at least. Now, why is Vegas such a slight favorite here? It's like they're begging us to grab Vegas here at minus 120, minus 130. I think this is a game where the Penguins actually pull off the upset. They've won the last 4 meetings, and we're getting plus money with them here. I know they have struggled. And their last game versus the Bruins, it was only a 2-1 game, but I really do think we see them offensively open up here. They're averaging that 3.27 goals per game and 32.1 shots on goal, and we have Vegas averaging that 3.28 and 32.8 shots on goal. Now, Vegas defensively has been playing really good hockey, only allowing that 2.8. So there is part of me that wants to take Vegas, but I can't look at this line and think it doesn't feel like a trap. So for myself, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins or no one. I do like the over in this one, and I think that is the best way to go with this one. I think both offenses really step up. And we know the Penguins defense really has been shooting themselves in the foot. We've got 2 backup goalies here as well. So I do like this one to go over that total of 6. The next game on the board, we have the Boston Bruins taking on the LA Kings. Now, Bruins fans, do not shoot me here. I think the Kings get another win over the Boston Bruins. They won this matchup back in December. 3-2 win for the LA Kings, and the LA Kings were in Boston. Now, you can say whatever you want about the reffing in that game. I watched that game. Yes, there was a couple of calls where I think they probably should have gone Boston's way and they went LA's way. But, at the end of the day, the Kings were able to pull off a win on Boston's home ice. Why the heck can't they pull it off here at home? They're plus 128 underdogs, minus 154 for the Boston Bruins, and this total sitting at 6. My hugest concern with this matchup earlier in the day is I thought we'd see Jonathan Quick. We're not seeing Jonathan Quick at that point. I wasn't ready to pull the trigger on the LA Kings. We are seeing Phoenix Copley confirmed in goal for the LA Kings. He's played 10 games for the Kings so far this season. He's 9-1 on the season. He's got a 2.52 goals against average. He's been playing absolutely outstanding. Now, he was in goal that last game versus the Boston Bruins. His prop tonight is over 26.5 save shots on goal. The last game versus the Boston Bruins, he saved 33 of 35 shots on goal. He was absolutely outstanding in net. I'm going to take him over 26.5 save shots on goal again tonight. We know LA is limiting opponents to 29.1, but Boston, so strong offensively. They're averaging that 3.73 goals per game and 34.5 shots on goal. So we saw them hit right around that average at 35 in this last game versus the Kings. I think they do it again. But if the Kings win, it's because of Copley. And I do think this is the best bet in this, is to take Copley's save shots on goal over 26.5. You're getting that at minus 116. Joe, welcome to the show. Hey, Vic, I don't know why I'm Spider Girl, but I'll take it. That's fine. Okay. Groovy Caps, good to see your name popping in here tonight or today as well. So, best bet in this game is Phoenix Copley, the LA Kings goalie, over 26.5 save shots on goal at minus 116. I'm looking for a phenomenal night out of him. And I think the Kings have every opportunity to pull off the upset at home, which is crazy to think this is an upset at home. Now, Boston has played absolutely incredible in LA. But this LA team, there's something about them right now. They're just slipping under the radar, winning all of these games, and no one's really talking about them. They won their last 4 as an underdog. They're 7-2 in their last 9 overall. They're 4-1 in their last 5 games, playing on one day's rest. The road team, strong advantages. You guys, this is going to be a phenomenal game. I cannot wait for this one to kick off. I hope I'm on the right side. I like being Spider Girl. What the heck? I'll be Spider Girl. I grew up in Australia and there's lots of big spiders over there. Oh, the shirt looks like a spider. It's like this weird heart. I don't know what it is. So I love it though. I'll take Spider Girl any day. Spider-Man's cool, so Spider-Girl's got to be pretty cool too. I think the under in this one as well. You're looking at 2 phenomenal goalies. I know it's Swarman here, not Allmark confirmed for the Boston Bruins, but I do think Swarman will stand on his head as well. I think we've got a really competitive, defensively ran game here. The Boston Bruins averaging or only allowing 2.16 goals per game and that 29.4 shots on goal. So both of these defenses are going to play strong. Both of these goaltenders, I think in a couple of situations like Swarman, when these backup goalies come in, they've got really something to prove, especially when you're under Allmark. Swarman wants to prove that he is just as strong as a goalie. So he's going to stand on his head today as well. I'm going to take the under 6. You guys know I hate riding these unders, but we're going to get this one today. These teams trend nicely to that under 2. That's the 10 games, you guys. We flew through them today in that 30 minutes. We're going to do a recap. We'll build a parlay. It's going to be a great game. Yeah, Calgary playing the Islanders tomorrow. It's going to be fun. You guys, let's recap these games. I want to thank you guys all again for joining me here on Pikket with Joe. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me here daily. It is a great day when I get to talk hockey for sure. Yeah, Swarman is confirmed for the Boston Bruins and not Allmark. Sean, let's do the recap. Don't go anywhere. We'll recap these games super quick. I won't answer any questions while I recap. I sometimes get like totally off track. We'll build a parlay. We will also build a 3 best bet parlay. Let's do that. And let's make some freaking money tonight. Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, Arizona Coyotes and the Philadelphia Flyers. I'm taking a chance on the Coyotes at plus 125. I'm going to lean on the over for this game as well. I would look at Vejmelka here for his save shots on goal and to hit that over as well. Now, the New York Rangers and the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to take the Rangers here in 60 at minus 128. I think that is a solid way to go in this one. You could take Montreal plus 1.5. They burnt me too much as of late for me to feel really confident about that. But the Rangers in 60, I do think they get the win, even with the Devils on deck. Halleck confirmed in goal for them is my only slight concern there. The Nashville Predators and the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to take the Predators plus 1.5 at minus 130. I do think they have the opportunity to really push the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina just so strong at home. I'm also going to look at Carolina on that puck line in that first period. They won their last 4 first periods at home. I could see them getting up in this one. Nashville, another team that will dig deep and keep coming, even if they get behind. I do think this is a lower scoring one. Hence the reason I like the Preds on that puck line. I'm going to take the under 6 in this one. The Seattle Kraken and the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going to take the Kraken plus 1.5 on that puck line. I do like Toronto to win that first period. Kraken, another team that will not give up if they go down. Taking the Toronto Maple Leafs here in the first period. They won their last 5 following overtime. You're getting them at minus 0.5 on that puck line at plus 118. The St. Louis Blues and the New Jersey Devils. I'm going to take the Blues plus 1.5 for parlay reasons. I will get to that later. I'm going to sprinkle on the money line of the St. Louis Blues. I think they have every opportunity to pull off the win over the New Jersey Devils on the back-to-back. I'm going to take the Blues team total over 2.5. It's my favorite bet of this game at minus 128. The Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets. I have no faith in the Columbus Blue Jackets here. It's got to be the Capitals in 60 at minus 130 in this game for me. The New York Islanders and the Edmonton Oilers, like I said, you guys, I can't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. I don't trust Edmonton to save themselves in the deep end. And you know what? At the end of the day, the Islanders on the road have been so inconsistent. I can't trust them either. I don't have a good read of them. If anything, I would take the Islanders here with the plus money, with the value. This team won this matchup 3-0 back in November. I could see them doing the same similar thing. And hence why I'm staying off this total, because I could see this being a 3-0, 4-0 win for the Islanders, or Edmonton actually comes out and gets stuff done at home. I don't trust Edmonton at home. I don't trust Edmonton to save their lives right now. So I'm staying off this one. The Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks, you guys, this one is an over all day long. I'm not touching a side. I'm going to hit the over 6.5. I think we have defense is kind of shooting themselves in the foot on both sides. We know the Avs had some struggles. They're not covering that puck line. So I do expect the Canucks to get a couple goals here, keep this one tight, but I do lean on the Avs to get that win. The Pittsburgh Penguins and the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't trust the line at all. It doesn't make sense to me that Vegas is such a slight favorite. It's like they're begging us to take Vegas and do nothing with the Penguins. So it might be a trap, reverse trap for me, but I'm going to take the Penguins with that plus money in this one. I think the over 6 is the best bet in this game. I think we got a high scoring one. You could look at the Penguins team total or Jack Eichel. I'd look at Jack Eichel for the anytime goal if you're looking for Vegas to come out and get something done, because Jack Eichel is back in this one. The Boston Bruins and the LA Kings, you guys, I'm going to take the Kings. I'm going to take the chance on the Kings here on that money line at plus 128. I love the value we're getting. Like I said, they've already won one versus Boston on Boston's home ice this year, which is so phenomenally hard to do. I think the best bet of this game is LA Kings goalies. Shots on goal, safe shots on goal tonight, over 26.5. I can't believe this number is coming in so phenomenally low. We know Boston's going to get these shots. The Kings win hinges on Copley saving these shots tonight. Give me him over 26.5. And I think this one stays under the total of 6, even with Swarman confirmed here for the Boston Bruins. So for the parlay, you guys, let's take the Coyotes plus 1.5 on the puck line. We're going to take the Rangers on the money line. And again, this is a long shot parlay. Don't put a lot of money on it. It's just for fun, kind of like a lotto ticket. You know, these are going to hit once in a blue moon. But if I wanted to build a parlay, maybe you can take some out of this and do it. I'm going to take the Preds on the puck line plus 1.5. I'm going to take the Kraken plus 1.5. I really do think a lot of these dogs are barking tonight. I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues plus 1.5. I'm going to take the Caps on the money line. I'm going to stay off the Islanders and the Oilers game. I'm going to take the over between the Avs and the Canucks. And yeah, someone asked me if I can trust the Canucks to score. I think they can score on home ice. We saw them get 4 goals against the Avs back in November. I think they can replicate the same sort of thing. This team is trending versus each other, these teams, to that over, with 5 of their last 6 meetings in Vancouver going over, but one of those being a push. The Penguins and the Vegas Golden Knights, I don't like the line, but just for the parlay reasons, I'll take the Penguins on that puck line at plus 1.5. Again, don't take that straight up. It's not a pretty bet to take straight up. The Boston Bruins and the LA Kings, I think you hit this one under the total for the parlay. So the Bruins and the Kings under. I hate taking unders, you guys, but I do think the best bet of that is Copley. So recap this parlay. We're going to take the Coyotes plus 1.5, the Rangers on the money line, the Predators plus 1.5, the Kraken plus 1.5, the Blues plus 1.5, the Capitals on the money line, the over between the Avs and the Canucks, the Penguins plus 1.5, the Boston Bruins and the LA Kings under 6. My best bets of the night. I'm going to take Copley over 26.5 save shots on goal. I can't get past that we're getting minus 116 only for that. I'm going to look at Jack Eichel in the Vegas game. I think Jack Eichel comes out. He is being off. He is ready to get going. I'm going to take him for an anytime goal today, or you could take his points. I like both of those in this one today. I also think taking the Blues in their matchup today, their team total over 2.5 is another really solid play. Over 2.5. So yeah, you guys, those last three is what I'm going to parlay. The Blues team total over 2.5, Copley over 26.5 save shots on goal, and Jack Eichel for that anytime goal. You could add Jack Hughes for an anytime goal scorer tonight. I think he is absolutely phenomenal to get these goals as well. He keeps making us money, you guys. If you wanted to take a 3-leg dog parlay, I really like the Blues plus 1.5 tonight, the Seattle Kraken plus 1.5 tonight, and the Nashville Predators plus 1.5 tonight. I would not be shocked if all three were able to pull off the win. So that is one that I might sprinkle on the money line as well. Over my shots at the bar this weekend, you're going to have to hit it under 5.5. Hit it under 5.5. There's no shots in January. So you guys, it's going to be a great game today. I love the Capitals too. I think the Washington Capital is a phenomenal bet tonight. I think they come out so strong. And I do think the Canucks can score a couple. They stink. The Canucks, we all don't like the Canucks. They're kind of like Edmonton. They're just a little bit further or closer to the coast than Edmonton. So this is going to be a hard one, you guys. I wish you all the best. Vegas moneyline, Avs moneyline, and Bruins minus 1.5. I wish you the best. Yeah, we're going to hit the Kraken. You guys, let me know below which games you are betting. Ovechkin over under 4.5 shots. We got to take Ovechkin over. Ovechkin is playing some absolutely phenomenal hockey. The Washington Capitals playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. You got to take it. I'm sorry. It's kind of laughable. Columbus allowing, what do they allow? 35.3 shots on goal. 31st worst overall in the league. Ovechkin is going to have a big night. Look at Ovechkin for those anytime goals. Jack Eichel, Jack Hughes, and Ovechkin for an anytime goal would be a beautiful parlay as well tonight, you guys. It's going to be a fun night. Enjoy 10 games. We'll be back here tomorrow. Good luck to you too. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Again, below this video, like, subscribe, and let me know who you are betting today. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Betting more tomorrow, plus 1.5 goals over Chicago. Gonna be a good day. I wish you guys all the best. Let's make some freaking money tonight on the ice. Have a great night, you guys.